Qasim was an Arab general. His army captured Punjab in only a year. This was the wealthiest place in northern India. The soldiers were busy looting treasures as soon as they entered the city. But Qasim was looking for something much more valuable in this ancient city to honor this victory. He walked into a palace. Golden sunshine radiated through the corridors, adding a sense of glamour to the palace. Qasim wasn't interested in admiring such a view. He found a box embedded with gems, looking valuable at first glance. Qasim opened the box, and there was a book inside. Qasim was somewhat disappointed. He opened the book and found some strange symbols on it. What do they mean? Are they mysterious spells of some sort? Qasim noticed that there were only 10 of these symbols, which seemed to be numerals used by Indians. But he wasn't so sure about it, because he had learned the numerals from many countries, and they used way more symbols. For example, Egyptians had 22 numbers and many symbols to represent them. They used a flower for 1,000, 2 birds to represent 100,000, and many odd symbols to represent various numbers. There were even more symbols for numbers in Babylon, 59 in total, which were very troublesome to write. Qasim's favorite were the Roman numerals, which were simple to write, but also used a lot of symbols. Due to all this, Qasim was having some doubts. Were these symbols really numbers for the Indian people? How come they only had 10 symbols? He searched for answers everywhere and eventually unveiled the truth. It turned out that these symbols were indeed Indian numerals, and the Indians can represent all the numbers with these 10 symbols, and it was so simple to write out. For example, to write 8,732, only 4 symbols were needed when using Indian numerals, but it would take 19 symbols for Egyptian numerals and 15 symbols for Roman numerals. The simplicity of the Indian numerals was astonishing to Qasim. In his opinion, all the treasures in the city could not match the value of these symbols. He wanted to bring them back to Arabia. At that time, he had no way of realizing that after more than 1,000 years later, these symbols would be used by people all over the world. This war introduced the Indian numerals to the Arabs for the first time. Later, an Indian traveler presented a book called Brahmaputasana before Al-Mansur, the king of Arabia. This book went into detail of how to use Indian numerals. The king requested a translation of the book into Arabic and pushed it nationwide. Since then, Indian numerals became popular in Arab countries. Because the Arabs were very powerful at the time, the Indian numerals spread around the world as the Arab army fought around. People there called them Arabic numerals. After hundreds of years of progression, the most widely used numerals by us came to be. Comparing to other numerals, the main advantage of the Arabic numerals is simplicity, for using the place value system. What is the place value system? That is to say, a number in a different place would represent a different value. Take 36 as an example. The 6 in the ones place represents 6 ones. 3 in the tens place represents 3 tens. So, 36 means 3 tens plus 6 ones. If you need to present a larger number, then add numbers in the hundreds place, thousands place, and the 10,000s place in turn. Therefore, the Arabic numerals can represent all the numbers with only 10 symbols. There is a very special number between 0 and 9, and that is the number 0. It appeared more than 3,000 years later than the other 9 numbers. Why did the number 0 appear?